Hi everyone and welcome to Fresh from My Garden. Sunflowers are one of the most beautiful flowers that we can grow in our garden and they can be grown easily from seed. So let me show you some of the sunflowers that are growing in my garden and how to grow them easily. And they stand tall and look really beautiful and gorgeous, and we can grow them every year and they bloom all summer long. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and click the bell icon so that you can receive all notifications. Sunflowers are really easy to grow from seed, and these are some of the seedlings that I have grown from the seeds that I purchased online. So I usually germinate these seeds in a small closed container and transplant them once they are big enough to be transplanted into bigger containers. Many times, with a lot of flowers that are grown from seed, we tend to direct sow them in the ground and later on lose track of where it has been planted. So, in order to avoid this, I sprout them earlier, and once they are big enough, I transplant them into the ground or into different containers. They usually sprout in about 7 to 10 days, and once we start seeing new set of true leaves, then they can be transplanted into a different container. From seed to first bloom, it takes almost 100 to 120 days. And if we do a succession planting of planting new sets of seeds every 3 to 4 weeks, we can have continuous blooms in our garden throughout the flowering season. Sunflowers, as the name suggests, requires a lot of direct sunlight, and all our plants are in the south side of the garden where it can receive at least 6 to 7 hours of direct sunlight. As you can see, we have 2 to 3 plants in the same container, and they require a stake as they grow taller because the stem is not very sturdy enough and can break and fall over if it doesn't receive any support. So I've used a twine and a stick to support these plants as they grow. There are a few different varieties of sunflowers that we can grow, but since we receive only limited variety seeds, we only have a couple of varieties of sunflowers that we have grown in our garden. And this is one of the variety that usually has just one flower on a stem. But there are sunflower varieties where there are multiple flower heads on a single stem. And as the sunflower dies back, we can also save these seeds for next year and grow them every year. Now, this is a variety known as the teddy bear sunflower variety, and we have grown this in our garden previously. In this variety of sunflower, you can see multiple flower heads that are growing from one single stem. So, this is a variety that has a lot of small branches and lot of blooms and flower heads that are growing on one single stem. Just like sunflowers require a lot of direct sunlight to grow and have a lot of beautiful flowers, they also need to be watered regularly. When we don't water them on a regular basis, we can see that the plant is showing signs of withering back, and all its leaves and flower head starts to droop downwards. We can fertilize these plants with bone meal or a flower booster fertilizer every 2 to 3 weeks during the summertime or the blooming season so that we can have continuous blooms on these beautiful flowers. And they do well and grow taller in the ground rather than in containers. But if we have limited space and only containers in which we can grow them in, just make sure to have just 2 or 3 plants per container. They will bloom really beautifully during the summertime. I also have another video on my channel on how to save sunflower seeds. So at the end of the blooming season, once the flower heads dry up completely and the petals fall off, We can save seeds from the flower head and we get a lot of seeds that we can use in the following season to grow a lot of flowers in the garden. The seeds that have been saved from sunflowers are also used as bird feed and they are also nutritious for us. I hope you enjoyed a view of these beautiful sunflowers that I love to grow every year in my garden. And the branching variety is one of the best varieties to grow since we get a lot of flowers on the same stem. These plants grow really tall and with so many big blooms on the plant. They look really gorgeous and are a great addition to every garden. Please do let me know in the comments below if you have grown sunflowers from seed, and if not, this is the right time to start growing them. Don't forget to support and subscribe to my channel for more gardening related videos. Thanks for watching Fresh from my garden.